Hey, and welcome. My hair looks like crap. I don't look very good. But anyways, I am making this video because let's talk about graded cards. I got some graded cards back. So, I'm going to flip this camera around and I'll show you some examples. I got cards back from GMA, which is a grading company. It's considered like a low-end one, but I'm going to tell you right now, I popped the box, but I'm going to show you how they come and everything. I repackaged everything just the way it came. So that way I can show you this. Here's the thing with the GMA cards. It was only a 1-month turnaround, which is pretty crazy. It was $8 a card or something like that, and it was a 1-month turnaround. So I'm pretty impressed, actually, by the quickness of that turnaround, because right now PSA has, like, I think, unless you pay for expedited and you pay the extra and stuff like that, if the standard, I think it's $15 a card, it is going for, I think they said a 9-month delay right now. Beckett's somewhere close to there, like 6 months, and then SGC, I think, is 4, somewhere around there. So, you know, if you're looking at getting some cards cheaply graded and things like that, and you're looking at getting it, God, I got like a hair in my eye, and you're looking at getting them cheaply graded and everything, and you're looking at getting them to possibly resell or something, GMA might be an option. So let me show you some cards real quick. All right. All right, we're back. So here, let me show you some examples of some cards here. All right, everybody is pretty familiar, if you collect. This is a PSA slab. As you can see, this is a regular card. Now, well, I say regular card. This is one of my favorite ones that I have. This is 1910. So this card's 110 years old, or 111 years old now, I guess, right? But so it's a little tobacco card. This is how they'll do the tobacco cards. Came back a vintage 4. This, but as you see, this is like how thick the slab is on that. All right, now here is a Beckett slab. This one's a Curtis Joseph, a Cujo rookie card. This one's a 9. As you see, the slab is a little thicker on these Beckett cards. So that's the, you know, slab for that compared to that. You see the difference? A little thicker. Now, here's SGC. This is the one that I like to get things graded from because, like I said, they have like a little quicker turnaround than the other two. Like I said, PSA, I mean, unless you're paying the extra money and you got some, you know, PSA 10s that you're going to really roll out and make some money on, what's the point of sending them? I sent a bunch of stupid cards before everything got crazy hot, and yeah, they're just sitting in their thing. I don't even know when I'll get them back. It doesn't matter because they'll probably come all back like 6s anyways. Like I said, I have ones that with Beckett, so this is like a older one, but you know, Beckett has like the silver gold stuff like that. There's BVG, which is the vintage cards. But here's SGC. Now, if you see, like, I like the look of these slabs. You know, I like the look of these slabs. They look pretty cool. And here's a LeBron. You know, SGC makes a pretty nice slab. So those are your 3. I mean, of course, PSA is your big one, right? PSA, everybody wants PSAs. And like I said, Beckett seems to be a Beckett 9.5 is a PSA 10. So that's the way it goes. And then the knock on a lot of these other companies is that they're not as strict, blah, blah, blah kind of thing, right? But even then, this is SGC. SGC's grading seems to be pretty good. So it's a 9.5 on this guy. You know, it'd been cool if it was 10, but whatever, who cares? So those are your 3. So now GMA, like I said, is considered like a 3rd level company or something, like down below. So this is the way the box came today. GMA Grading is in Florida, just like SGC, just like Beckett. I believe Beckett's in Florida also. So this is how the box came, like this. Not too bad. So came with its paper. So they even package it to where it's not going to move around. And then there is another box in here, and that is the box of my slabs. So there's my slabs. And let me show you. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I did not actually even care about the grading of these cards because I got these slabbed for a display. I am a Calgary Flames fan. I had a bunch of Calgary Flames cards that I wanted to get slabbed, and I wasn't willing to pay $15 a card and wait 9 months to get them. So GMA is kind of the perfect idea for me on that. Now, again, like I said, I might do some GMA since these came back. I sent these off on January 6th. Today is January 26th, so it took 20 days. Can't beat that. So, like I said, see, here's how they come. Not too bad. And we'll pull out the first one and I'll show you an example. So here is a 2012 SP Authentic Jerome McGinley, number 138 Gem Mint. It's got serial numbers, GMA grading. Now, the thing I've heard bad about GMA is that the card slides around in the thing. There is a little bit of wiggle, maybe, in this, but overall, it's pretty similar in size to the SGC. It's pretty similar. It's a pretty similar slab. It's skinnier than the Beckett, and like everybody knows that PSAs are really tiny. But I mean, they're not much bigger than a PSA slab, so it's a good-looking slab. As you see, it says GMA. It's got that. It even has barcodes and stuff. You can go to the price guide. You can contact them right there. I'll even give them some advertising. You can go ahead and pause this video and hit that with your phone if you want to contact them. Like I said, the turnaround was crazy good on these. So here's the first one. This is Jerome McGinley 10. Like I said, these aren't super valuable cards, and that's why I also sent them, because like I said, I'm using these for a display. So here we go. We got a 2017 Majapani Young Guns Gem Mint 10. And I think they do have a 20 card minimum. Here's a Theo Fleury 1990 Topps Gem Mint 10. Now, like I said, I didn't pull the cards out, so I just opened it. Mika Kiprusoff 2010 Gem Mint 10. Now, see, you might be able to hear that. That one's got a little bit of movement. You can kind of see it. But, I mean, it's holding in there pretty good. So that's a Matthew Tkachuk Gem Mint 10. See, that one's got a little bit of maybe movement in it too. But, I mean, overall, for $8 and a 20-day turnaround, and now, who knows, maybe they were slow and maybe the turnaround's a little more, but even if it's a 1 month turnaround, I mean, you can't beat that. So, okay, now we're down to the 9s. So we got Johnny Gaudreau here. That's a 9. See, now that one's got a little more movement. Can you hear that? So that one's got a little more movement to it. But it looks like it's going to stay in the holder and everything. So there's a Tim Hortons Johnny Gaudreau. That's from 2020, so that's a new card. There's a 2020 Tim Hortons Matthew Tkachuk. There's a 2010 Zenith Jerome McGinley. There's a 2019 Allure Giordano. And like I said, I'm a Flames fan, so that's why I got all these done, because I wasn't looking at selling a 2018 Upper Deck Mark Giordano. You know, this card raw is 20 cent, 30 cent, 50 cent card, somewhere around there probably. There's nothing special about this card whatsoever, but I wanted it a mint 10. You know, if I was going to sell this, I mean, it was $8 to put this in a thing. I'm not going to get $10 for this card. Maybe I do if it's another Flames fan like me that's looking at doing a thing, but I mean, that's a... Now here's like one that I could definitely get like $15 or something from. Here's a 1994 Finest Theo Fleury. Here's an Upper Deck MVP, Sean Monahan. So these are all 9s. And that was another thing I heard was like, oh, they're super relaxed on their grading. Now let's like see, you can tell like these are printed and then like punched out. You see the little thing on them. Whereas like, let's compare it to the PSA. See how that's like, you don't see the little markings on it and it's got the barcode. I mean, that's the difference between them. But again, $15, 9-month wait, $8 a month wait. So I mean, kind of let's go from there. And this is just an option, you know. Like I said, out of all the ones that I tend to send things off to, I prefer SGC just because I like the look. I like the black borders. They're a pretty cool looking card. But I do send stuff off to Beckett, and I do send like higher end ones to PSA because I'll wait the time. There's Theo Fleury. Got some. It looks like we got another 9 here. So there's a. All right, so now here's one that's like got the thing. So you see how like this PSA card, and this is why I grabbed this one out. So you see how they like put it around it and really shrink it up and make sure that this card does not move around at all in this thing. You see the way that they do that? GMA did not do that to like this. So it's got that contour, so this card's going to move quite a bit. Look. So what I'm saying is, like, if this was an autographed card or something like that, you wouldn't want that movement because that's going to rub that autograph up and everything. But like I said, this is just for a display. It was a cool looking contours card, but I wouldn't send a bunch of die cut cards if they're going to put them in a slab like this. But for a regular card, it seems fine. Now, I wish I had sent a couple fat cards or something and see what the slab comes back like after that. But I think they do charge extra. So here's 8.5. So we're down to an 8.5 now on a Mika Kiprusoff. And just like the other grading services, they don't tell you why it only graded an 8.5. But it's a near mint. 8.5. This is a brand new one. This is a 2020 Upper Deck Johnny Gaudreau. The mirror card. Let's see if we can find a flaw. They're saying an 8.5. I mean, I guess that corner up there is a little rounded. That one's got a little bit of a thing. Maybe there's, you know, a lot of these metallic cards, yeah, it's got a little flecking. See right there, that corner. So definitely, you know, definitely like an 8.5. So, I mean, kudos on them. That's proof right there that if you just rip a pack out of a thing and it looks great and you send it off, it's not going to always come back a 10. And one of those, I mean, one of those flurries was super old. 8.5. Here's a 2015 Sam Bennett rookie. 8.5. We got a Theo Fleury Ultra from 1992. We got an 8.5. We got a Johnny Gaudreau 2015 SP. 8.5 1996 Leaf Limited. Theo. If you haven't figured out, Theo's my man. I could definitely get all Theos. 91 Pinnacle. I love this card. This is a cool looking card. 8. So we're down to an 8 now. There's the Pinnacle Game Winners. Here is a Super Skills, Top Super Skills 95 Theo. That's a near mint 8. Matthew Tkachuk, the 2020 Upper Deck MVP. So here's another one that's a brand new card, and you know, it came back an 8. That corner, there's definitely some like dings. The edges aren't really great on this card. That corner kind of seems a little soft. But the card's in there. This one, see, this one's no movement at all. So, not seeing any movement on that card. A near mint 8, Sam Bennett. Here's a 97 Pacific Dynagun Theo Fleury Emerald Green. And that came back in 8. And these type of cards are going to always come back like a lower grade just because of like it's so hard. Like, look, there's a little ding there. The way that corner, look at that corner. Any of these metallic cards are just hard. Especially, I mean, it's from 97, right? Yeah, 97. So, I mean, this thing is the same year that I graduated high school. I probably bought that when I was in high school. All right, so now we're down. So that was an 8. So here's a 7.5. This is a 95 red light special. Number 2, Theo Fleury. Like, as you can see, it's got some edges. It's got some corner issues. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't care about this. I just wanted this card slabbed so I can then display it. Here's a 7. So that was a 7.5 near mint. And here's a near mint plus. This is a near mint 7. And yeah, you can see like that corner. There's definitely, like, look at that whole top edge. I mean, there's some issues with this card for sure. So it's a 7. Cool card though. And the last one, let's see what it is. 6.5. So here's our lowest grade. So we went everywhere from 10 all the way down to a 6.5 in these 20 cards. So there you go. Like, they don't give everything. I've heard that from people when they said something about like GMA. They were like, all the cards move. This card doesn't move in the slab. It's friggin' solid in there. Maybe there's like a slight. There was definitely some cards that had some movement. The slabs look good. There's nothing cracked. There's nothing weird. They were like, oh, the thing's cheap looking. You know, it's got a metallic shine to it. It's a good looking like label, good looking slab. And then I heard something like they'll basically give every card like a 10 or a 9. Oh, here's a 6.5. And like I pointed out on all these, there's definitely some issues with some of these cards. So, you know, like look at that corner. There's probably some. That corner's that corner. Maybe it's on the back. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of definitely see the top edge. You see the corners. You know, that's kind of stuff. Who knows? But again, this card is from 1993. And that. So there's my Theo. So let me get my little shelf thing and I'll lay these all out so you can see. All right, we're back. So my plan is, so see like this little shelf here, this is from IKEA. And, you know, I can actually get another card on there if I want them to kind of be off, and they'll actually stand up because the wall will be right here, so they'll stand up more like that. But as you see, this is what I was going for, is just to have cards that are in slabs so I can then display them on the wall of my Calgary Flames. And like I said, these slabs, you know, they look good. Well, until I start breaking them all, right? But the nice thing about this IKEA thing too is it's got that little lip. So like the things can actually sit in there and they won't like slide. But you can kind of see what I was going for though. And that's why I went for these. And this honestly was, I've never sent anything off the GMA. So this was a test run. And I'm going to say I very much like the way that these graded cards look from GMA. So I am going to be sending for sure some other cards. Now I'm not going to send super high-end cards, you know. Nothing against them. There's just nothing that's going to, the grading may, and it being slabbed may increase the value some, but it's not going to be like a PSA 10. It's not going to be like it being graded by PSA. So what I may do is send, I don't know, cards like, say, like, here's a good example. Here's a Muhammad Ali, that Neiman guy, that Leroy Neiman that does the paintings. Here's like a card of the painting. I can probably sell this right now on eBay for $5 or $6, somewhere around there. Maybe if I get it in the slab and it's like a, you know, Neiman friggin' Muhammad Ali graded 8.5 or something, maybe I get $10 for it. So, do the math right there. The $8 plus shipping and things like that isn't going to be worth my while. But maybe what I'll do is find. Here's a good example. A Connor McDavid card like that, where it's the SP. It's a 2018 SP, like authentic profiles, and it's Connor McDavid. Somebody that collects Connor McDavid maybe might pay, where maybe I get $3 or $4 for this card. Maybe he might be willing to pay 15 or 20 if it's in a slab, and so that then makes it worth my while, because then I got 11, $12 into the card. Basically, at that point, I'm getting 20. I'm making $8. So I'm definitely going to send off more cards to GMA for sure. Their submission part was really easy too. You just go on it. It was I don't remember what the website is. Maybe it says it on here. Yeah, GMAgrading.com. And you just print out the form. And the one thing that I did like was you didn't have to just put like a credit card or anything. They charge you after they're done. They'll send you a thing and say, hey, we're done with your cards. Go ahead and pay us now. And then they'll send you the cards. So they don't like hit you up before they start doing it. Like I said, this is the one that has a lot of movement. I wish this was a different thing, but it is what it is. And it's that card. It's not really his GMA's fault. So definitely don't send like those type of cards in. But again, one of these cards, I don't. There's a very slight movement to it, but not much, So that card's going to look good in there for a long time. One thing that I'm saying though is so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send off some ones, but I did like it. I gave them my PayPal, which is nice because since I sell on eBay, Sullivan Cards Collectibles, since I sell on eBay, I have a lot of money in my PayPal account usually, at least like $500 or $600. So it was nice. It was to get these 20 cards. It was like with shipping and everything, it was like $300. So can't beat that. I mean, that's actually, I don't think it was even 300, honestly, because like I said, it was like $8 a card. It was like 160 or something, somewhere around there, and then with shipping or something, it was like 2 something. Maybe, but don't quote me on that. Maybe the rates have gone up. Maybe they're $10 a card now. But I'd like to say it was under $300, or it was right around that $300, and that might have been with shipping and insurance and all that stuff. But yeah, so this is GMA Grading, as you see. Go to gmagrading.com. Maybe the guy that owns it will see my video and give me a bunch of free cards for the 10 views that I get on this video. But anyways, yeah, that'd be awesome. But anyways, what I'm saying is, so if you have cards like this, where you're not really looking to resell them, but you just want them graded, you want them for your display, you want them for your collection, I mean, unless you're going to, this one I was always going to send a PSA because, again, this is 110 years old. So, I'm going to send this card to PSA every time. But like I purchased this card long ago at a card show or something. I would a Curtis Joseph rookie. This might be $30, something like that. Well, it would have probably cost $10, $12, $15 to grade this. The card's maybe a $5 card, so you're looking at like $10 profit maybe. So, and that's now. Gosh, when I bought this, I'm pretty sure I bought this at a card show or something like that at a card store for like $8 or something. Because a lot of my older graded cards, some of them are really worth money now. But this is one that I actually sent in to SGC to get graded, this optic one. And I just pulled down a bunch. I had a ton of graded cards for sale. I pulled them all down because they just weren't getting the views and bids that I liked. And there was no need to leave them sitting out, but I'll put them back out after a while. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll hold on to them, see what the card market does. But anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, all that. I'll keep on putting more card content since that's kind of, with COVID, all I've been doing is my cards. So anyways, again, thanks for watching. Me and Theo, thank you. All right.